May Shalom, Kahala Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Waha, Rachak Radash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Amathia from Great Millstone, Dallas. And I wanted to go into this, what I Googled. I just Googled Fourth Industrial Revolution. And I want to go into how Revelation goes into how you will be fully integrated into this system, okay, this beast system. Because like you said, you do have the MOTB, okay, the mark. You also have that image and the and that system. All these things are their different dimensions of the beast, but yet it all is one. And what they want to do is ultimately integrate you into the fully integration into that beast system. All right. And our elder Mike Allah account last night, he was actually going into it. Yeah, and it was very, it was heavy how he went into it. And I just wanted to kind of go into it, due to listening to that last night. Now, when you go into where it says the Fourth Industrial Revolution, it says Industries 4.0, or the Fourth Industrial Revolution, is the ongoing transformation of manufacturing, integrating smart technologies like that's IoT, the Internet of Things, AI, cloud computing, and big data to create intelligent, connected, and automated production systems for real-time decision-making, increased efficiency, and greater flexibility. Okay, so as I said, this is an ongoing digital transformation. Now, how is it ongoing? Because look how things have been being upgraded as time has passed in these different stages of revolution. You have Revolution 1.0. It was the mechanization, steam, and water power. Okay, starting for energy, things like that. Then you have the 2.0, the second revolution, mass production of electricity. 3.0, the third revolution, electronic and IT system automation. Now this is what we're actually transitioning from, going into further of that, going into further of the technical, or the technocracy, the technical aspects of things. It says 4.0, fourth revolution, cyber physical system. Now, we just said that this is the ongoing transformation of manufacturing, integrating smart technology like Internet of Things. Now, when you look at this, what is the NRB? All is the integration that you're going to end up being integrated within that system. All right, with your physical body, it's going to receive something that's going to be injected in you. All right, if you don't have the blood of your Habashim Yahushai, okay, covering you, you receive, because you're going to have the whole world is going to be pushed forth to be integrated in this way of life, okay? All right? So the remnant, the elect of Israel, is going to pick up the cross, is going to be pushing. All right? We're going to be basically set as the one that dispute these things. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that. All right? This is 1 Corinthians 1 in verse 20. All right? It says, where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? All right? Because the God of this world has blinded the minds, okay, as it says. All right? He has blinded the mind of the people. But yet, the ones that are disputing the ways of this world, disputing Esau, Edom, the wicked, because the earth was given to the hands of the wicked, we're here disputing things his ways. Okay? It says, has not Yahweh Shem Yahushua made foolish the wisdom of this world? This world is foolish now. The thing is, it's going to be way more people that's going to look to go on with the wisdom of this world. So they're going to look at us being disputers of this world. It's like a treason act. They're going to say, well, if you ain't getting with the program, you're not with us, we're against you. And we are against the ways of this world. We're against the beast system. All right? Verse 21, it says, for after that, in the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yahweh being the Father and Yahushua being the Son, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus. It pleased Yahweh Shem Yahushua by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. And the foolishness of preaching is what we do when we're out here doing the videos. We go on the highways and byways. All right, we're calling out the wrongfulness of the world. We're calling out the ways that are done here. It's not the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The ways that are done here is wicked. It's not righteous. Okay. The mo thing that happens here, okay, the way the Israelites are being treated, even though, like I said, we know 2/3 are wicked as hell out here. We just look how society has ran us. Psalms 83 cut us off from being a nation. The Lord said, you know what I'm saying, you know, woe to them that touches the apple of his eye, you know what I'm saying? So destruction unto them that touch the apple. And who is the apple of the Lord's eye? The Israelites, okay? So I want to get Revelations 13 because we were reading about that. All right. And I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and it had 2 horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. Okay. And when you go into those 2 horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon, it goes into the 2 political parties. All right, so this thing was set up like the Roman political parties. You have here now. You have what the Democrat and Republicans. Okay, and as the elder Mike Allah went into last night, they both give you 2 spectrum, but what they want to do to help the people, help society, to help you build and grow. As you live in this world or living here in Babylon the Great, but yet they just want to see which way you want to sway, but they still have the same agenda. We see that today, even with the Obama, all these different political parties. You rarely see if a president that's a Democrat going to 4 years. They may go to 8 years, but the thing is, the next president is line is going to be of the other party. Just go and look at the history. I would say 90% of the time, we may have a few incidents, but it's always been a Democratic president, but then when another come in, it's a Republican president. The next time, if another body coming to the office, it's going to be Democrat. Then it's going to be Republican. It's never a Democrat, then after that person leaves, after 4 or 8 years, there's another Democrat. Or another. No, it's always going back and forth because they want to try to keep the balance of wickedness going. All right, that's why they're going to speak as a lamb. We swayed the people over here to do more of the Democratic aspect of things. So now we got to bring a Republican in so we can kind of swing it back. So this is what we see when we see here it says it had 2 horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon. Because the ways of Esau is not just. He's always looking to oppress the poor. That's the scriptures say. All right. And it says, and he causeth all the power of the first beast before him. Okay, and where that first beast was what? That was the Roman. Okay, that was Rome. That was the Roman Empire. That was the first beast. Okay. It says, before him, and causeth the earth and them to which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So that Esau, he ruled from, like you said, the Grecians, the Romans, all right? The deadly wound, you know, he was put down, but he wasn't put to death. So now he's came back up into power. When you look at how it came out of the let's say call it Dark Ages, then they said a Renaissance period, which is the new birth and all this, saying that they are bringing up a new way. That's when they came back out of the caves they were drove in, and they came back and they said we're going to be stronger than ever. This is the Roman Empire that came back out, and it's Rome 2.0, because the deadly wound was healed. All right, and it says that he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven and on the earth in the sight of men. Okay, and I think that was during the time of Kosovo. You know, when NATO, that was like really their first strike when they came in together. Okay, and this is the beast system comes from, like I say, NATO and EU, and it was set up for what? The bear, as the scriptures talk about, which is Russia. Okay, NATO was created. All right, NATO and EU was created to come back against Russia. All right, and was one of the Kosovo was one of the first acts of military action when you look into Kosovo during those times. They saw that fire that came down, all right, from the heavens. Okay. All right, so let's go back over to the Industrial Revolution. It says, an ongoing digital transformation in manufacturing, integrating smart technology like Internet of Things, AI, cloud computing, and big data to create intelligence, connected, and automated production systems for real-time decisions, making increased efficiency and greater flexibility. All right. And it says, verse 15, it says that he had the power to give life unto the image of the beast. And the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many that would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, so like I say, that image of the beast, like I said, this is his, it's what, like the philosophies, his vibration, okay? This is the motor for the beast system, okay? And the beast system has already been, the foundation is already laid. All right, when we look at the different industrial revolutions as it was going into the second, third, these were the foundation that was being created for this fourth revolution, okay? And it's gonna, like say, it's gonna set up for that image, because you're gonna have people worshiping the image of the beast, which you see that today. That's why when he bring forth this full integration, is gonna be what? The C-hip, the mark, the charagma. People are gonna be persuaded in their mind to receive this, to basically continue with living. Because life is gonna get hard as well. We're gonna see hyperinflation, all these things that are about to come upon the earth. No, jobs are being vastly decreasing. Unemployment vastly increasing. So people are going to look for help, and they're going to look towards Esau. Okay, they're going to look towards Egypt for help. And this is Babylon. This is Sodom and Egypt here, as pursuing the Revelations 11. Okay. So like you say, they're going to both speak and cause it many. All right, so that image of the beast, like you said, that's going to be that full integration is going to be set up for everyone. Okay? And, hold on, sloppy, one moment. All right? And like I said, when you go back up to 14, all right, those miracles, how did he receive those miracles? How did all these miracles created? A lot of it was through his what? His technology. Okay? And now you're finna see what? the image of his philosophy and vibration he pushes across and in the earth. All right? And if you don't worship and go with the program, he's going to do what? He said, if you don't worship it, you should be killed. Verse 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So the name and the, like you say, you can't buy or sell, because what? When you're fully integrated into that system, okay, as the industry 4.0, the fourth industrial revolution is setting you up to receive, you got to be fully integrated, okay? You're going to have to be self-optimized and adapt to what? That full integration in the system. And what I mean by that is, once they put that mark or that charagma within you, then everything you do will be monitored. Everything you do. You go get some money, okay? You just like on what is that? You Facebook Marketplace. You know, you see something you want, you go, hey, I'm gonna go bring them $100 to buy this thing. No, it's gonna be within you. So you're gonna have to go and let them know, however you're gonna do a scan with a scan, and you transfer your money digitally to them, but it's gonna be with that CHIP that's gonna be within you. So that's gonna be every transaction, even if it's from a person to person, is gonna be monitored, because that monetary system is gonna become a digitalized system where you will have to use, and it's going to be done where all small and great, rich and poor, free and bond will have to receive that. That's when you're going to be integrated into that beast system, fully integrated, because the system is already laid, the foundation, okay, the image, that beast system. And then when you these people receive that CHIP, then they're going to be within the system. That's when Esau said this is when he's going to feel his belly, and he feel like he's complete, because what? He's going to be your God at that time. So the ones that's going to stand up on their feet and not going to bow their knee to Baal, they're going to withstand this, and they're going to be what? They're going to be the disputers of this world, the disputers of Esau's wickedness. Okay? All right, so with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rachakodash, Shalom.